Hey guys, today and for this vegan taco meat you are going to need walnuts. I'm using a cup of walnuts. I can't find my measuring cup, so I'm using a half cup. I don't know what I did with it. I think the gnome that lives in my counter took it, but that's neither here nor there. They left me that tool, and that's what I'm going to use. So a full cup of walnuts, about a third cup of pumpkin seeds, and those are the Japanese pumpkin seeds. You can use any pumpkin seed you'd like, and I'm going to go ahead and throw that in. Super tasty seeds and nuts, and also a third cup of oats. So I'm going to pulse the nuts and seeds together first because I want them to have the right kind of crumbly texture, and I don't want the oats getting too powdery. So I just pulse the nuts and seeds together first. And next I'm going to add the oats. Boom, there go the oats. And I'm going to go ahead and give that a pulse again. Great. Everyone's mixing together in the social inside the high power food processor. So next we're going to, oops, there we go. Did we get it together? Is the camera focused? All right, so it is. So the camera's focused, lid's coming off, and we are going to start adding some of our other ingredients. Texture's right. Taking a sample for myself. Yummy. Okay. And husband's walked by, noticed the dark soy sauce, and we are going to omit that because he doesn't care for the flavor and it doesn't necessarily need it, so that's fine. So next we're going to be adding some potatoes. They're just 3 small potatoes, and I was a bad girl and threw them in the microwave because I didn't feel like dirtying up another pan. So there's 3 small potatoes that have been cooked in the microwave, and they're going to work as our binding agent with our nut and seed mixture, giving it that kind of ground meat texture we're looking for. And there we have a teaspoon of walnut oil, and altogether we're going to use 2 teaspoons of tamari, but I'm just going to put in 1 right now while we're making the paste. And we're going to move that out of the way because we're not using it, pretend it's not there. Here comes the chorizo seasoning, and you can get that at any Latin grocery store. Pretty much any grocery store in the Latin food section will have chorizo seasoning. Just go ahead and throw that in, and that's crucial. If you don't have it, I guess you could use a taco seasoning packet, but it's just better. Get the chorizo seasoning if you can. Now we have cumin. Cumin is another crucial spice. You can find that anywhere. I'm sure you have some on hand. And you're going to add a tablespoon of cumin, it's crucial, and about a teaspoon of garlic salt. I didn't use fresh garlic because I think the flavor is too pungent and overtakes everything, but if you want fresh garlic, go for it. You're the boss of your applesauce. So we're going to pulse those guys together, get them all nice and combined till it's kind of like a thick dough, almost like you're making oatmeal raisin cookies. That's the texture you are looking for. See? Perfect. And you can make patties or meatloaf with that, or little meat balls if you want. That is the perfect consistency. Struggling to get that back on. Boop. It worked. Snapping it in. Pop, lock, and drop that back into submission because we're going to pulse it just one more time. I'm going to add some togarashi seasoning, and that just adds a little umami flavor and that spice element that I'm looking for because I like things hot, y'all. Hungarian paprika, just to get the color right. I want it to look somewhat like chorizo, as I'm saying. That's my flavor aesthetic. And then here is that last tablespoon of tamari. Perfect. So I'm going to pulse that in together for a few seconds. I mean, or you can combine it by hand, but I just feel like pulsing it in distributes it better. Like you can see the nut meat kind of taking on that like brown caramelized real meat color, which I think is crucial because we're eating with our eyes and it just looks so much better when it is rich like that. So I'm going to caramelize my nut meat by adding a little bit of avocado oil, and you can get that any Costco. It's $10, super great, heart healthy oil. Putting about a tablespoon in that pan, and I'm going to add my nut meat, and I toasted it for maybe about 3 or 4 minutes. I like it caramely, so I let it go over. But if you don't want to risk burning your pans, don't do it. So here are my accoutrements: avocado, tortillas, limes, yes. And I hope you enjoyed this